Mixed in with the weird and wonderful, there is the occasional moment of genuine quality.
Who's with me?
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 greatest E3 moments.
Could there be a way to do that right now?
For this list, we take a look at the biggest or best technology, game reveals, or general moments from this legendary conference.
Oh, great! Another Mario game!
Don't love your tone, but actually no new Mario game today.
What?
Instead of the usual cringe fest, we will be looking at the happier, more fun, or well-executed presentations from gaming's biggest names. If you want moments that are hilarious for all the wrong reasons, be sure to check out our top 10 awkward E3 moments video.
If you just continue to press the same button like X, 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 and Y, 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 and X, X, and Y, Y, Y again, you'll be sucked.
Number 10, Agni's Philosophy, E3 2012.
With an offering of light and darkness, do I invoke the ancient pact of binding.
In 2012, the prospect of next gen was hot on everyone's mind with the 7th gen starting to come to a close. And Square Enix gave us all an incredible glimpse at what the future holds with this impressive tech demo. With incredible attention to detail in the world, characters, and visual effects, not only was this visually amazing, but it also led to speculation that this might have been a preview of an actual Final Fantasy game. Still, given the insane hardware requirements needed to run these scenes in real time, it'll probably end up being a 9th gen title before the average consumer can run this kind of game. Number 9. Nintendo teams up with Robot Chicken, E3 2014.
Reggie Fils-Aimé. If you say so.
It may have been an unlikely partnership, but the world's biggest video game company and Adult Swim Animation managed to create some unexpected gold.
Shut up!
In order to avoid embarrassing onstage mishaps or to engage with their audience better, hilarious skits were pre-recorded starring some of Nintendo's biggest mascots.
Looks like I'm the new face of Nintendo. Hey, they promised me you wouldn't be here!
Bowser apologizes for repeatedly kidnapping Peach, Mario gets angry for not having his usual early release, and annoying fanboys shout at Reggie Fils-Aimé from the crowd.
Hey, wait a minute, if Nintendo's heroes are backstage, who's watching the bad guys?
Not my problem.
It's me, Wario!
It masterfully pokes fun at Nintendo's own shortcomings and perfectly parodies the ravenous culture surrounding every E3 event.
What about Star Fox?
Number 8, Bethesda's press conference, E3 2015.
You all came. This is amazing. I need to let me take this in. Holy crap.
Amazingly, for a publisher that has created so many massive games, this was Bethesda's first ever E3 conference. They slotted in alongside the big guns seamlessly, with a simple yet effective presentation for a number of huge titles. While Doom and Dishonored 2 were exciting reveals in their own right, the first look at Fallout 4 is what fans really were after.
And in the world of entertainment, there are very few things as good as Fallout.
Post-apocalyptic Boston looked downright beautiful, and the crowd barely had any breath left for the game's surprisingly early release date. If that's what they started with, we can't wait to see what's in store for the years to come.
It's good to be back.
Number 7, Snake in Smash Bros. Brawl, E3 2006.
君は大乱闘スマッシュブラザーズを知っているかね?
ああ、任天堂の。
There's nothing quite like a tasty crossover to get the hype juices flowing for excited fanboys. Born out of a friendship between Metal Gear creator Hideo Kojima and Brawl's director Masahiro Sakurai, Solid Snake would be the first third-party character ever introduced into the Smash Bros. Series.
参加してみる気はないか?
Nintendo used their comedy chops to announce Snake's arrival, having him hide in one of Metal Gear's trademark items, the cardboard box, while spying on a tense battle between Link, Mario, and Kirby.
Showtime だ.
Alongside the updated graphics and extra editions of Meta Knight and Pit, Snake's surprise reveal topped off another great Nintendo moment.
スネーク、忙しいところすまないが、ビッグニュースだ。
Number 6, Kevin Butler owns the show, E3 2010.
Listen, I'm sorry about this, but as long as I'm here, do you mind if I get something off my chest?
I'm kind of in the middle of something here, Kev.
I'll be quick.
This fictional executive had become a hugely popular marketing figure before E3 2010, but he sealed his cult status with a rousing performance during Sony's press conference.
Gaming is having a ridiculously huge TV in a tiny one-room apartment.
He has held a number of hilarious fake positions, but as VP of Fanboy Relations, no one is more qualified to talk directly to hardcore gamers.
I say it's time we focus on what really matters. The games.
He was only on stage for 5 short minutes, but his humor resonated with everyone watching. He was actually there to plug the PlayStation Move, but did it in such a way that you barely noticed what was going on, leaving many people wishing more presentations were less business and more Butler.
I got a tip that you were making the PS3 $299. Confirm or deny?
$2.99? Bernie, you can't believe everything you read on the internet. That's how World War I got started.
Number 5. Gabe's surprise entrance, E3 2010.
Hi, my name is Gabe Newell and I work at Valve.
When the Lord and Savior Gaben blesses you with his presence, you have to sit up and take notice.
I'm very pleased to announce that we'll be bringing Portal 2 to the PlayStation 3.
The crowd knew they were in for something special when Portal's very own GLaDOS initiated the emergency surprise system to usher the director of Valve onto stage.
Deploying surprise in 3, 2, 1.
It was made even more surprising by coming in Sony's conference, the same company that designed the console that Newell had previously called a total disaster. By saying that Portal 2 would be best played on the PS3, he had pulled a complete 180 that was perhaps due to threats from the VP of Sharpening Things, Kevin Butler.
So I'd really like to thank everyone at Sony for their gracious hospitality and for not repeatedly punching me in the face.
Number 4, Nintendo 3DS reveal, E3 2010.
This is Nintendo 3DS.
Even though the device had been announced a few months prior to E3, there was still plenty of anticipation to see its plethora of features firsthand.
この高いスペックっていうかですね、処理能力っていうのに関しては、待ち望んでいましたので。
The social applications were intriguing, but it was always going to be the glasses-free 3D capability that would get consumers clamoring.
You can maximize it, or you can remove the 3D altogether, or you can choose any degree in between.
It could have been overshadowed by the announcements of a GoldenEye remake, but the graphical power of the handheld when showing off Kid Icarus Uprising was exceptional enough to make it the standout of a packed Nintendo conference.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Number 3, Half-Life 2 reveal, E3 2003.
Gordon, snap out of it. You're staring at me again.
If Half-Life 3 is ever revealed, then it will completely eclipse the hype that its predecessor generated. But at the time, this was an incredible demonstration of how the Source engine could blow any rival out of the water. As well as showing off the groundbreaking environmental physics and realistic graphics, Valve's presentation gave ample tidbits of story and showed the scale of the Combine's invasion following the events of the first game.
No, there's nothing to be nervous about.
It was Newell himself who showcased the unprecedented ability to manipulate the world around you as something that was not just a novel sideshow, but a revolutionary game mechanic. Number 2, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess reveal, E3 2004.
I hope you've all enjoyed our program this morning. But before you leave, I'd like you to step inside one more world for Nintendo GameCube.
Just a year or so after the release of the divisive Wind Waker, Zelda fans were given an unexpected treat that was greeted with rapturous appreciation. There had been demands for Nintendo to create a Zelda game that combined mature themes with realistic graphics, and a smiling Shigeru Miyamoto wielding a Master Sword was more than happy enough to deliver just that to millions of delighted fans. The standing ovation the short trailer received showed that this was not just another soulless E3 presentation, but a reveal that was genuinely important in people's lives. Before we reveal our top pick, let's have a look at some honorable mentions.
At last, the promise has been made.
Number 1, Sony drops the mic on Microsoft, E3 2013.
For instance, PlayStation 4 won't impose any new restrictions on the use of PS4 gamers.
This absolute battering dealt out by the PS4 set the tone for the console wars while also bringing back memories of the PS1's beating of the Sega Saturn back in 1995.
$2.99.
Sony didn't really have much work to do either. Microsoft did everything for them by announcing a slew of features hated by gamers, like restrictions on used games, needing to be always online, and costing $100 more than Sony's console.
And for the folks in my homeland, £349 sterling.
After quietly showing that the PS4 would deliver everything the Xbox wouldn't, Sony could focus on what really matters to gamers. Games that looked good and are even better to play.
I'm very proud to introduce the world gameplay premiere of Destiny.
To confirm Microsoft's humiliation, former Sony president Jack Tretton literally dropped, or rather, threw the mic.
I'm out. Drop the mic. There you go. Trenton dropping the mic. Thank you, Jack Trenton.
Do you agree with our list?
Don't hate on them. Don't do it.
Which E3 presentation still sends shivers of excitement down your spine or makes you giggle uncontrollably? For more gaming top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Thank you. Goodbye.